Hey everybody, it's Mike from Hear the Watchman, and I am here today on Long Island, New York, at the Hear the Watchman Spiritual Warfare Training Conference. It's amazing. It's not a conference, I'm sorry. It's a workshop. It's a training seminar that is just off the hook crazy. Go to hearthewatchman.com. You can still avail yourself of this, and you should, by just clicking on the live stream on demand, or get yourself a DVD set. It's up to you. That's all I have to say. I am here today with none other than Holly Baglio. Holly is an amazing woman. I mean, she's been like through some stuff, and I'm not even going to try and explain what she's been through. Holly, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. My third time, Mike.
It is.
It's a huge opportunity.
Third time's a charm, right?
Yes.
Right? So, I mean, here we are. I mean, behind us right now, it's not a green screen, folks. It's just beautiful. I mean, that's what it's like out here, right?
It is.
Are you having a good time?
Oh, I'm having an amazing time. Thank you so much.
Are you learning some stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Spiritual warfare and how to cast demons out of people, ekbalo, and clear your atmosphere, and what to do when you're confronted with someone else that is possessed. So it's a really good conference.
Nice. So, Holly, tell me, okay, we've done shows before together, okay? So, for our audience, what you went through is not an easy thing to talk about. And I know it's not easy for you either, okay? So, but can you share with us a little bit about, like, what happened to you and where you are today?
Sure. I'm an ex-super soldier from deep underground military bases. I served 37 years of my 44 years of life. They tracked me from the time I was born until I was 37 years old, and they did let me go from the dumps. I woke up in December 2014. The MK Ultra programming started to break down, and I had found Russ Dizdar online, and when he spoke about super soldiers, my jaw hit the floor, because everything he explained myself. So forgive me, I'm getting a little nervous.
No, relax. Just speak up and relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Sorry, Mike.
That's okay.
But I found Russ Dizdar online, and with what he was talking about, I continued to follow him. I myself went through a freedom deliverance because I believe that I was possessed because of these MK Ultra and Super Soldier projects that I was exposed to in these underground bases. So when that happened, I basically lost my speaking abilities for 9 months. It took me a long time to recover and be able to talk again. And I was baptized in 2016 by Russ Dizdar. And him and the SIIU team.
Wow.
Yeah, they had helped me out big time. They tracked me for about a year, made sure, I kept making progress. And now here we are today, and I get to reunite with Russ for a third time, so it's very exciting.
I got to ask you, Holly, what is it like to come through all of that and to then show up here and meet like people like Taylor Joseph and Russ Dizdar and people like that? What is that really like?
It's a blessing, honestly. I'm around like-minded people. All of you understand me. You're accepting of me. You don't shove me aside and make fun of me for being an ex-super soldier. You're kind. You pray with me. You guys talk to me. I feel welcomed here. And it's not outside of these conferences and workshops, for me, it's not like that at all.
Is that right? So explain that to me. So if you tell someone who's not like us, right?
Like us.
I mean, I hate to use that term, people, not like us. But if you tell someone who's not like us about what obviously not edited, folks. If you tell someone like us what you've been through, what is their general reaction?
They disown me, or they...
No.
I'm not kidding. They disown me. They want nothing to do with me, not even a friendship. Or they'll tell me not to talk about it. Or they'll tell me what to talk about on my very own YouTube channel, kind of editing me and censoring me. And I didn't go through this waking up process from the MK Ultra, and I have a calling from God on my life. I didn't go through all of that to shut up now. I was just given a voice. So, but yeah, it's a lot harsher for me because people, oh, I saw you on YouTube. You call yourself an ex-super soldier. You're crazy. No, actually, I'm not crazy because DID and SRA and MPD is not a mental disorder.
But let's go back. SRA, what is that for the people that don't know?
SRA is satanically ritualized and abused.
Wow. And you believe that that's what happened to you?
Absolutely, yes.
So, okay, everyone here wants to know, okay, what does that mean? I mean, were you physically abused, sexually abused? Were you mentally abused? What happened to you?
All of the above. We, as kids, were exposed to the actual satanic rituals. We would be witness to them sacrificing another human being and torturing animals. The mental abuse was terrible because they were always belittling you, and there's that one word I'm looking for. They tried to desensitize you and dehumanize you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Dehumanize you. So that's mentally straining because, you know, you still remember how they treated you. And physically, yeah, I was forced to fight other children. So
Really?
yes, but the programmers, they abused
But now,
us.
why? I mean, have you reconciled in your mind why all of this happened to you? Do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think that it could have been that God had a plan for you to come back to us today and to expose the truth?
Absolutely, 1,111%, absolutely. He's got a bigger plan for me, but I do believe that God knows that I won't zip my mouth for anyone. I will always speak the truth, and I will always defend what's right, and I love Yeshua with all of my heart. So I think that Abba had this happen to me. Also, when I was 16 years old, I bought my first Holy Bible, and I read Revelation first in the back to get my blessing from Yudhe-Vave. But I gave him my word back then when I saw the signs in the heavens, and it became the last days and end times that I would come forward and forewarn everyone, including my bullies, and I have a ton of them, sadly, but I would forewarn them that now is the time to get right with Jesus.
Well, you know, Holly, I got to tell you, if you're going to serve Jesus, you're going to have a ton of bullets.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of get used to
They're
it.
picking numbers now.
Yeah, it just is what it is. I mean, but you know, I mean, I find it fascinating that you have come through this journey and done what you've done. Now today, you are like off the hook, crazy, blowing it up, exposing all of that. And do you have a book coming out, or what do you have going on?
I am finally at the right place in my life at the right time that I've begun writing my book, and so I do that, and hopefully it won't take me years. I'm hoping, you know, maybe 6 months, but I'm finally writing a book so I can put everything I've experienced in my normal life as well as when I was an active super soldier in the book to really explain it to people. And maybe if it's in that format, they won't think I'm so crazy after all, because then it'll make sense. They won't just be getting a piece here and a piece there and then trying to wrap their minds around it. They'll at least get the whole picture.
Well, but I mean, it's kind of funny because all of us within the remnant body know you're not crazy.
Yes.
But I mean, when you go in your day-to-day life, do you still have people that think you're crazy?
Oh, absolutely.
And how does that make you feel?
Miserable about myself. It makes me, I feel in the dumps. I don't feel good about myself. My self-esteem goes out the window. It makes me want to hibernate, not talk to anybody. It makes me reevaluate even coming forward. Like, when they call me crazy and they give me a hard time about it, it makes me feel like I ruined my life by coming forward. But then I have to remember that Heavenly Abba has something more in mind for me.
Now, how did you, I mean, after going through all of this, how did you come to Christ? How did you, I mean, because I got to tell you, honestly, if I had been through what you had been through, I probably would have been like, there's no God. I don't want anything to do with God. I just let me go find some place and leave me the heck alone.
Right. Well, when you realize there's Satan, or the Antichrist spirit, then you know that there's a God. But for me, I looked at it as the Holy Bible is the only thing that never lied to me. Everybody's lied to me. I've been misdirected, misinformed, misunderstood. But the Holy Bible is the same yesterday as it is today, and it's the truth. So I turned to that. I probably didn't really explain myself too well.
No, you did. But I mean, so what you're really saying is that you of all people, I mean, I don't mean that in like you of all people. I mean, you of all people turned to Jesus.
Yeah.
And Jesus lifted you up.
Yeah.
And saved you from the oppression that you were going through and the abuse that you were going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also realized that it had to have been God that got me out of those cages. Otherwise, I still wouldn't be alive today. And I don't want to waste what little life I do have on things I did in the past. So that's why it's very important for me to serve Him now in the present and in the future.
So, on that vein, in serving Him, what are you doing today to serve Him? What are you doing today to help others that are out there like you?
Well, I tell my story for starters. I have a website, hollybaglio.com. I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm very personal on my YouTube channel, which is not always a great idea, but...
Unlike us, right?
All right. But I try to reach out to people and talk to them, you know, understand them better. And I always ask them to join me online. I pray with them. If they're not saved to Jesus, I tell them, well, I'm here, I'm ordained, and I'd be honored to do the prayer with you. I can also baptize you if you like. And since my ordainment in August, I've led another person to Jesus, and I've done a baptism. But before I was ordained, I led 13 people to Jesus.
Amen. Way to go, sister. Now,
Yeah.
let's talk about baptism, because baptism is a big part of Hear the Watchman.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do some baptisms tonight, and we're going to do some more tomorrow. What do you think baptism really means? Not, I don't want to hear the church version. I want to hear, what does it really mean to Holly Baglio?
Oh boy, when Russ Dizdar baptized me and I came out of that water, all that super soldier and all those dumbs were gone behind me and I was free. I just felt those chains break. And I felt that I was given a breath of fresh air. I felt that I was given life into my soul again. And for me, it was huge because I was really turning to Jesus. I was doing this ceremony for Him, and it wasn't a corrupt ceremony like, you know, that I was exposed to in the dumbs, the satanic rituals. But this was really important because this was me making my gesture to my Creator and my Savior, who I love. And that's why it was so significant to me, is because I just wanted to do things to be closer to Him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I love Him.
Oh, wow. No, okay. So, what does He have in store for you moving forward?
I don't know, but I hope it's good.
I think it's good.
I hope
I'm
getting
pretty
my,
sure it's good.
my book written.
I'm pretty sure it's good. But what do you feel in your heart it is that you need to do for Jesus?
Tell my story.
Amen.
Tell my story, because if He will save a wretch like me, and given my checkered past and given the fact I'm an ex-super soldier, when you hear my testimony of things I've done wrong or that were done wrong to me, and you see how He loves me and He reaches down to me just as much as I reach up to Him, then you'll know that He'll do the same thing for you. And that's what I want people to know, is if He treats me like a princess, like a queen, then just imagine what He'll do for everyone else.
Amen. And you know, I want to talk to you about the checkered past thing.
Okay, yes.
I, of course, never did anything wrong. You see,
But I believed you.
Our crew is laughing back here.
I guess I'm gullible.
No,
I believe
I'll tell you what. I mean, listen, we all have a checkered past, and the amazing thing is that what happens in the world, or what happens in our lives, not the world, but what happens in our lives is Jesus uses those people who have been beaten and are tortured. I mean, he uses them to do his work. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, he can use my wife. She's perfect. I mean, but you.
He picks the underdog.
Exactly.
He always picks the underdog.
Exactly.
I think it's because the underdogs are more humble and they have a bigger heart. No offense.
No,
I'm
but
the underdog.
No, but
So.
that's okay. We're on the same team. There, right
Good,
there.
yes.
Yeah.
Team
Okay.
Yeshua.
So Holly. Okay. From here, we're looking forward to the book that you're going to put out, and I'm going to hound you on that.
Please do.
You know,
Every morning at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. is when I should start writing it.
I've got a friend who kind of works for. Oh, I think he owns it. A place called Defender Publishing. So you might want to talk to us about that. But
Okay, I will.
the thing is, you need to. I mean, your story needs to get out there. You need to get it out there. And God bless you for everything that you're doing. I've been trying to get you to come to a Hear the Watchman conference for, I don't know, how long has it been now? Like, we've tried like 4 or 5 times,
Yes.
right? And now here you are.
Yes.
Exciting, huh?
Oh, it's very exciting.
Would you come to another one?
Oh, absolutely, with bells on. You wouldn't even have to ask. Just say, "Hear the Watchman," and I'll be there.
Well, God bless you, Holly. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day today and being with us. We are so behind everything that you're doing. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what it is that you're doing.
Oh, well, thank you for the platform and thank you for the reassurance. And I just don't know what I would do without your support and your prayers. So thank you, Mike, for everything, and thank you to your lovely wife too.
God bless you. All right, folks, that's going to do it today for this edition of Hear the Watchman's Report. Please don't forget, as I always say when I close, there is absolutely nothing you can't do with Jesus in your heart except nothing at all. Get out there, get busy, make it happen. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you next time here on the Watchman's Report.